Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of the Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Casting Angles with Mac Brown. Mac, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Marvin?
As always, just trying to stay out of trouble. And, it's kind of funny. We're kind of heading into the holidays and kind of, getting ready. Everybody's getting ready for the holidays. They're fishing a little bit. People are hunting still. And we're kind of looking towards show season. And we're kind of talking about what we wanted to talk about. And we thought since Thanksgiving is on Thursday, we might want to talk about Thanksgiving, but in a fishing way.
Yeah, that'd be a good topic. And I think that, there's a lot to be thankful for. And we talked a little bit before we started of just thinking about the blessings in your backyard, because people always meet a lot of people that think they're going to find the Holy Grail, always jumping on a plane, hoping it's going to be there, or somewhere else in some exotic thing. And it's like, to be honest, I'm really thankful, like what's in my backyard, and it's like, I like to travel, don't get me wrong, but raising kids and stuff, I don't travel near as much as I used to get to travel. But, there's a whole lot of blessings, right in your backyard.
Yeah, it's amazing. You live in a great part of the world for fly fishing for trout, and you've got other species too. But, folks, wherever you are, there are ponds and there are lakes and there are water hazards on golf courses and rivers. There's always a way to get out that's probably less than an hour from your house.
That's right. And it's just like the other day, I had a group from Outer Banks and floating down one of the tailwaters here. And they were first timers. And I was pretty excited for them because I told them, oh, you're going to do great. They casted like champs, right away. And they did everything like just so good. And like he ended up catching a nice big fish, towards the end of the day, like 6 pound, maybe 6-7 pound brown, somewhere in that neighborhood. And he played it to a T, like he'd been doing it all his life, just because he was willing to listen exactly what you were telling him. And I think that kind of reinforces this whole blessings in your backyard thing, because he didn't try to like muscle it or hold the line, or he used the reel when he should let it run, and it was just like to a T. Then I thought, wow, he could fish the next 40 years and not play that any better than what he just did,
Yeah, and I would say too, the secret about getting better at fishing is to fish more, right? And so the closer you are to home that you can fish, the more often you're going to fish and the better angler you're going to be.
Yeah, I think so too. And that makes a lot. I've got some good quotes here to read too, Marvin. I was thinking of these earlier and I wrote them down on a piece of paper. And here's a good one for the listeners. It's from William Blake, who was probably one of my favorite authors when I was in school, like college days. That's a long time ago now, many moons back. But from William Blank, the thankful receiver bears a plentiful harvest. And there's all these things that, really relate. This time of year is a fantastic time to be out on the water. And I just got a new boat from the White River a couple of weeks ago. And I'm really looking forward to getting out on the lakes before show season, There's just so much potential on the lakes around where I live. And they get overlooked a lot in the summer, and I really love being on the lakes going into wintertime.
Yeah, and I would say too, also about being thankful and fishing, closer to home is, try to fish different species. Like a lot of us like to fish for trout. I love fishing for trout. But go fish for brim, go fish for smallmouth bass, musky, do other things, steelhead. And what you'll find is that by chasing other species is going to make you a better trout angler if that's your main thing.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential with that. Here there's a lot of good tailwaters. They put like below Cheoah, they introduced like 500 musky about 6 years ago on the Cheoah Reservoir, and of course that's a fantastic musky fishery now. So they put them in like when they were a couple of feet long, and now there's reports like 4 foot, 4.5 foot, musky, and nobody's really even doing it. There's so much untapped potential just right around where we are, but that's not a big thing. Everybody wants to come up here and fling thingamabobbers, for trying to catch a wild, not a wild, but a hatchery rainbow, that's 8 inches big. It's like, which would you want to do in the winter? It's like, I know where I'm going a lot this winter. There's a lot of other species that I enjoy, pursuing, and it's like there's so many of those locally around here with all the TVA impoundments and Duke Power, lakes as well. So I think that's good advice too. It's just like there's just so much of that around us that I'm thankful for what we have, for sure around this part of the country. And, every time I travel somewhere else, I'm kind of always thinking, I kind of like it back where I am too. I like it right here.
Yeah, and if you need more information on options, you can always go to your state, wildlife, resource commission website. Lots of information there. Or, if you want to chase something different, and the fly shop folks don't know, go to kind of a typical outdoor sporting goods place with kind of conventional gear, and they can tell you where to go catch, all kinds of stuff.
That's right. Yeah, that's where I got my boat registered today up there in Silva, called Dream Catchers. And yeah, I enjoyed that. The guy that started that moved away, and the new owner's named Brian, and we had a really good talk about all the smallmouth fisheries and largemouth bass fisheries. That's his gig, and I enjoyed it. I stayed in there about an hour, after I got my registration, just talking about all these different. A lot of that's changed since I was a kid. There's these huge patterns they throw on like 25-pound fluorocarbon, like you've seen, like the rat and these big, we didn't ever think about throwing anything that big when I was a kid. So, I mean, I learned a lot talking with him. He fishes a lot of tournaments, and it was quite enjoyable. I think I'm going to try to go out with him here sometime the next few weeks and learn some stuff off of him, just because a lot of that stuff's changed. I've been out of conventional tackle for a lot of years, and but I still enjoy him, and I like bass fishing quite a bit. So, I mean, it'll be fun to go learn something else,
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we'll do turkey on Thanksgiving, and then we'll kind of get full stride into the holidays. We'll have Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. And I know, because I've been watching Instagram, that folks have the opportunity to buy some of your classes through the fly fishing shows and actually buy tickets to the fly fishing shows as well.
That's right. And a lot of those classes went live, and I saw some good posts the other day with that they put up about the first one up there in Boston with Glenda Powell from Ireland, and I'm really excited doing that show with her. And she's a big spay caster, and she won world championships in that for years, and she's been taught by the best in the business over there in Scotland and in Ireland, and I'm looking forward to that. And then also in Edison the week later, with Gary Borger, and I'm really looking forward to getting back on the circuit teaching.
Yeah, and I know all that stuff's, you're at all the fly fishing shows. So folks, if you go check out the fly fishing show website, or you can go to the Articulate Fly website, we have all the shows listed. And I know, we got a while, but, starting up in kind of March, you'll have, guide schools and skill classes and casting classes too. If they go, we're not going to do smoke signals, right? Because we've got burn warnings in our neck of the woods because of the wind. Go to macbrownflyfish.com, right?
That's right. Yeah, and it's doing good. March has only got a spot left. I mean, so it's selling out earlier. It's a lot earlier than what I was expecting. So I've got a spot left in March, and then it's full, and then it'll go to April. And people call all the time and go, "When's the April?" What I shouldn't say this, but what we decided to do is we used to just list them all, and it made it really a logistical nightmare. So anymore, I just list them. I list them till they're full. Then I list the next day. I don't put them all up. I've already got all the dates tentatively, but I don't list them until we fill them up. Because what happens is when you have that many, let's say there's 20 people and they're all over the spectrum, and you've got 3 in each school, I can't run business with 3. So, when it's full, we go to the next one, and there's a reason behind that.
No, it makes a ton of sense. Well, folks, if you're traveling, hope you have safe travels for your Thanksgiving dinner. Want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Mac.
Happy Thanksgiving to all, and happy Thanksgiving to you, Marvin.
Thanks, Mac. Take care.
You too.